This year's Democracy Index has showed that Europe's democratic malaise has continued. But the results of the Democracy Index weren't all bad in 2018. We saw political participation increasing in Eastern Europe and in Western Europe. And in our broad measure of democracy, the more political participation, the better. That said, political participation interacts with other elements of democracy, like political culture, governance, and civil liberties. And in Europe, to the extent that political participation has increased because voters have been engaged by populists, there's a risk that in 2019, the gains that we saw in the Democracy Index will actually be reversed amid increased political polarization and a potential deterioration in governance or in civil liberties. We'll be looking at all of these issues closely in 2019, and there will be a lot of countries to watch. We'll be looking at populist parties in Sweden and in Spain. We'll be looking at the relatively new government in Italy, and of course we'll be watching the EU Parliament elections closely as a gauge of how populist parties are performing across the region. I think finally the UK will be one to watch in terms of the trajectory of democracy in 2019 because of Brexit. In particular, the issue of a second referendum will prove extremely divisive, could lead to increasing political polarization, and ultimately a loss of confidence in democracy in the UK.